Okay, so I'm not allowed to curse within like the first 45 seconds to avoid demonetization, but what the absolute frick did I just wake up to? ROPZ is going to join Vitality, Spinks allowed to explore his options. The first gigantic move of RosterMania has come on just the eve of Christmas out of nowhere. Literally everybody in the scene thought that things weren't going to pop off until the start of the new year. Everyone was on Christmas break, but no, out of nowhere, unreal stuff. The end of an era for Faze, and Vitality gaining a huge, gigantic piece in the form of Mr. Robin Cool. Now, if you caught my last upload, I was starting a series of videos talking about what's next for some of the most interesting teams in the world. I started off with Na'Vi, and the second one I was going to make, literally today, was on Faze. And never, in my most psychotic day, would I have expected the first move from Faze Clan to be ROPZ stepping away. This is huge news, so let's take a second, talk about it, what the hell's next for Faze, and what this means for Vitality, as they might be the best team by firepower in the world now. My name is LionHeartZ, welcome back to the channel, and before we get started, let's thank today's sponsor. That's right, this video is sponsored by SkinClub. They are one of the most popular case opening sites in Counter-Strike with over 100 custom cases backed by its provably fair system, meaning that as long as you are not me, you have a fair shot at unboxing something awesome.
Nice.
But it's not just regular unboxings. You can compete in case opening battles with other users, the boys in between that next Us 2 match, or privately with bots where you can either team up 2v2 to split the winnings, or try your luck to win the entire pot if you hit the best item. Or, if risk scares you, and it does for me, you can toggle sharing mode to split the winnings evenly amongst the group. But that's not all. SkinClub runs monthly events for you to win unique prizes, free daily cases for a little extra cheddar on top, and if you don't like the skins you hit, you can always try a little cheeky upgrade to find something you do like. If you want to play on SkinClub, you can click the top link in the description for a 7% deposit bonus and top off your account with credit card, crypto, or even deposit skins directly from your inventory. Lastly, please don't gamble if you are under 18, live in a country or jurisdiction that restricts gambling, and most importantly, don't gamble to make money. Play for fun with money you are okay to lose. Gambling addiction is very real, and if you or a loved one are having problems in the US or Canada, you can reach out to this hotline, 1-800-GAMBLER, toll-free to get help. Addiction is an illness, and I want you to be healthy and safe. Thank you to SkinClub for sponsoring this video, and with that, let's get back to it. Okay, so where the hell do we start with this? Nell dropped a very long bombshell tweet detailing this entire story alongside an HLTV report, and apparently they had similar sources. So while yes, this has not been made official by either of the teams or ROPZ himself, there's basically nobody in the scene that I've seen so far trying to bring up the efficacy or truthfulness of this rumor. This is all but confirmed. And so some of these details are crazy. Reading directly from Mel's tweet, quote, not only has the player agreed to sign with the French organization, but he will also be joining the team for free as his contract with Faze is coming to an end, making a major coup for Vitality according to our sources. He had talks from other clubs such as Falcons, Liquid, G2, or Faze. So first off, I was not aware that ROPZ's contract was coming up at the end of the year. I hadn't even considered that as a possibility, as I thought for sure whatever Faze rebuild we were about to face, ROPZ would have been the key star player piece. He is Faze's best player, his career has only really had success with Kerrigan at the helm, and he ended the year with a monstrous performance in the major playoffs, looking like he might be turning the corner to find some of that form we saw at the beginning of the year. ROPZ is definitely one of the 10 best players in Counter-Strike at his peak, if not top 5, so if Faze were going to retool to win championships in 2025, there's no better starting piece. But no, it's Vitality. After their own disappointing end to the year, after so many rumors of roster strife, making the first move in RosterMania in such a big way. Now, Spinks stepping down seems to be the logical change for this roster, as there have been tons of rumors towards the end of the year that Spinks himself wanted out. He wanted to exercise his options and go to a different team. The chemistry clearly seemed to be an issue, and it was affecting both his and the team's play. So Vitality making a move at all totally makes sense. But once again, signing ROPZ makes Vitality an unholy amalgamation of firepower and structure, the likes of which should scare every single person in the goddamn scene who is not French. Now, one thing at a time. Let's start with Faze. What the fuck does this mean for Faze going forward in this offseason? Well, it means kind of one of two things. Faze are either going to wave the white flag, Kerrigan and Rain are going to retire or leave, and Faze is going to implode. Or Kerrigan is about to author the most diabolical rebuild of all time. Sign Elige, sign Simple, Faze winning the Austin Major, getting revenge for Coldzera and Mirage all those years ago, Elige, Simple, together with the power of Kerrigan, winning the Major. You heard it here first. But in all seriousness, this is going to be a massive hole for Faze to fill. ROPZ, regardless of his end-of-year struggles, is a near peerless talent in Counter-Strike. When he's at his best, like I said, there are hardly many players better. So getting someone that both fits his roles, his status, and his output is going to be quite difficult. And the problem for Faze, as I would talk about in that video, which I guess is now going to be a lot longer, is that ROPZ isn't necessarily the only piece they'd have to fill. Brokey, I'm sure, was the first piece that many people, myself included, expected to be changed for a better potential Omper. So Faze has nothing but a tumultuous future ahead of themselves, and the part that's going to sting the most is that ROPZ is walking away basically for free. Faze aren't even in a position to receive compensation for his contract, meaning that this is the worst case outcome. Your best player is going to walk away from your team with nothing in return for you to work with. So we'll see. The future has definitely never been more uncertain for Faze going into 2025. For Vitality, oh my god, should everyone be scared. Now, going back to the Nell report on Twitter, there is one quote that stands out. It reads, "One question remains to be answered, however, and that's his role, with ROPZ playing largely the same CT positions as Mezzi and Flames, and a few T positions similar to Mezzi as well. This means they'll have to change a few things and adapt to new configurations." Now, that's definitely a fair point, but like with Malbs to G2, I don't think this is going to be a problem at all, because the raw firepower aspect of this team is so goddamn good, they will make it work. The first place my mind goes to when thinking about how cracked this lineup is going to be are their T-sides. Now keep in mind, Vitality already had one of the most unholy T-sides in World Counter-Strike throughout most of last year. And now, their entry into the bomb sites will be Apex, ZywOo, Flames, and then in the backfield, to close out rounds, will be ROPZ and Mezzi. ROPZ, as by far the best lurker in Counter-Strike, is going to make this team a nightmare to defend against. Let's just imagine for a second a map that Vitality might be pretty good at. Maybe you've heard of it, called Mirage. And you can imagine T rounds where ZywOo and Apex are taking mid control, working like mid to catwalk, trying to split B through B apps. And then you have ROPZ lurking through late underpass or through A palace and just destroying the extremity of the defense. May God protect any team who must play the CT side of Inferno and deal with Apex and ZywOo destroying Banana. And then, oh god, there's ROPZ with a steel chair out of the apartments. The best apartment player in the world that's not Bit is now on Vitality. Oh my god. I mean, there's no way around it. We don't know what the rest of RosterMania might have in store. There's obviously a lot more pieces to be moved around the table. But just on the surface of it, I couldn't tell you a roster that is better on paper than Vitality right now. Spirit are top heavy. G2 are currently under construction. We don't know what's happening with Faze. We don't know what's going to happen with Na'Vi, but Navi's not beating this Vitality. And then you have stuff like Falcons. Maybe they can draft a team around Nico that's good enough. Who knows? Mouse? No. Heroic? No. Vitality? Lamau. Complexity? Lamau. Virtus Pro? Lamau. Vitality already made deep runs into pretty much every goddamn tournament last year, and you're telling me they upgraded already one of their best pieces into an even better piece? Yeah, Vitality cooked. There's really not much more to be said. Vitality have just put the entire scene on notice, and ROPZ has put himself in an excellent position to be winning titles in 2025. What a bombshell on the eve of Christmas, but man, it's just a sign that there are many great things to come. This RosterMania is about to be one of the best, possibly in CSGO, CS2 history, and I'll be here covering the news as it breaks. thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm, so thank you for doing it. Thank you to SkinClub for sponsoring the video once again. And shout out to my channel members, Justin, Jesse, Furley, Milan Berta, Bubblesj, Dr. Cocktor. If you want to become a channel member, you can do so at the link in the description down below. It supports me directly. Thank you if you decide to do that. Also, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/LionHeartZ2. I stream Sunday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Happy holidays if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, if you're celebrating Vitality Day, which is officially today every year going forward. I hope you're warm, well-fed, getting ready for a nice holiday season, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace.